to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing a coffee chat video, which is basically where I'm going to be answering questions that you guys have asked me over on Instagram. So if you are not following me over there, definitely follow me over there. I've got it up here listed for you, as well as my TikTok. So yeah, that way you also know maybe what videos are coming up or what videos have already been posted. Shameless plug. But anyway, I did ask for you guys to ask me questions for me to answer for this coffee chat video. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And while I do it, I'm going to be getting ready and putting on the most glamorous makeup look ever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got my coffee over here and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have my coffee for the chat. I actually made this mug. It's my fall mug. So Gilmore Girls is my fall show. It's very fall-like. If you've ever seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's not that it's just based in the fall. It's just got like that fall feel. And then I have Taylor Swift's album Red, of course, the Taylor's version album cover that is coming out in November, which is so exciting. And then I have Evermore, which is one of my probably all-time favorite Taylor Swift albums. I say that, but they're all my favorite, honestly. I'm just like, I'm a Swiftie, what can I say? But I made this, and then on the back it says, I just want to watch Gilmore Girls, which is like, this is the actual font of Gilmore Girls. And then it says, listen to Taylor Swift, and this Taylor Swift font is from her Evermore album. I've got some Cinnamon Dolce coffee in here. It's Starbucks brand. I'll pop a picture of it on the screen. It's probably my all-time favorite like coffee. I do drink coffee black a lot, especially from home. So that's what I've got going on here. It smells all cinnamony. It's very fall today. Hold on, it's a little hot. Okay, so basically this is my first coffee chat video. We have a decent bit here for me being a smaller YouTuber, so I'm appreciative of that. Thank you to everybody who responded with a question. I have some pretty just like chill questions and then some more in-depth questions. So I'm gonna go in the order that I got them. Pretty much. I was gonna group them together because some of them are kind of related, but then I was like, no, I don't wanna have like all happy questions and all like serious questions. So I'm just gonna like intermingle them and read them like they came in. So that way we have a little bit of light, a little bit of seriousness. I look pretty tired, a little puffy, especially in the eye area. So yeah, I'm going to get ready while I answer these questions. So the first question is coffee or tea? I would, you know, honestly, I know this is a coffee chat, but I do really like some like teas, like herbal teas. Well, I like sweet tea too. I'm from the South, but in terms of like herbal tea or coffee, you'd think I'd say coffee, but I think it's a little bit of both actually. It just depends on what mood I'm in. I really like ginger tea. A lot of people don't. It's really good for digestion, but honestly, I just like the taste of it. I used to hate it, and then I started drinking it a lot a couple of years ago, and since then I actually crave it. It's really funny. I also really like a sweet tangerine tea that I have, and like lemon tea. I like that kind of stuff too. I'm pretty impressed with the fact that I didn't poke myself in the eye while talking and applying eyeliner to my upper waterline. Let's see what the next question is. Oh, where is the coolest place that I've been? So I've actually been to a lot of cool places. I was an only child growing up, so my family and I were able to travel more than like people who had like 3 kids and stuff like that. So I have been a lot of cool places, but I would say that currently, I'm gonna say 2. I went to Aruba for my wedding and honeymoon, and that one was really cool. Also, the people are super nice there. And then Alaska. So yeah, my parents and I went to Alaska when I was 12, and it's so cool. And what's really cool is my maiden name is Mendenhall, and the Mendenhall Glacier is in Juneau, Alaska. And yes, it really is a thing. And I went dog sledding there, and I'm really appreciative that I was able to do that. But it is super cool. Alaska is beautiful. We went in July, which I would say is probably the perfect time to go because you know, in Alaska in the winter, it's dark and cold for 6 months straight, pretty much. And you can't see anything because it's dark outside. And also, you know, it's, I don't know, below 0. So yeah, but we went and it was perfect because it was like 50 to 70 degrees. And we went on a land cruise, which means that you do 2 weeks and you do 1 week on land and then the next week you do it on cruise, or you can do it vice versa where it's like the first week is on a cruise and the second week is on land. I would say if you were to do something like that, do the land first because it really wears you out. Like you go on all these expeditions and you can like go hiking and you wear yourself out. So you really need that like second week on a cruise ship to just like, you know, relax and enjoy Alaska without having to like, you know, wake up every single morning at 5 a.m. to go do an excursion. But the next question is, what is my favorite ice cream flavor? I'm a really big sweet tooth, so this is actually kind of hard for me to answer because I like a lot of ice cream. I really do like Bluebell homemade vanilla ice cream. I don't know if actually, I'm not sure if Bluebell is sold all over the States. It's in the South though, for sure. And their homemade vanilla ice cream is literally like homemade vanilla ice cream. Like if you were to make vanilla ice cream at home in like an old-fashioned ice cream maker, that's what it would taste like. It's the only homemade vanilla ice cream that I've actually tasted that tastes homemade. How many times can I say homemade and vanilla ice cream in 1 minute? I hope you're not playing a drinking game to that. And then I also really like mint chocolate chip. I know that people either love mint chocolate chip or think it's like the most disgusting thing ever. I am one of the people who really enjoys it. I also like this flavor of frozen yogurt, which is pretty much like ice cream in this form, from Publix, and it's called Dulce de Leche. And my grandma, who is unfortunately no longer with us, is the one who introduced me to it, and we bonded over how much we loved that ice cream. It was absolutely delicious. I feel like I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, like hunching over here doing my makeup. Those three are probably like my all-time favorites that I could like buy at the store. There is one flavor that a local ice cream place here sells that I've never seen anywhere else, and it's called Sweet Cream, and it's so good. It's in Mountain Brook if you live in the Birmingham area and you want to try it out. I can't remember what it's called right off the top of my head, but I'll put the name on the screen in case you want to check it out. Today I am actually going to be trying out this Naked 3 Urban Decay Mini. It's like the rose gold one. So I know this is not like brand new in like the beauty influencer YouTube space, but I've been like debating if I wanted to get it because I tried the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette when that was around. It's no longer around, probably because it sucked and I got burned on that. And ever since then, I'm like so scared to like buy Urban Decay shadows, even though a lot of people have raved about them. But I did finally pick this up, and I have mentioned that I'm not the biggest pinky like eyeshadow person, but these are like rose gold and I thought maybe I would like them. If not, I kept the receipt, I can return it, but I am gonna try that here today while I answer questions. This one says, what is something that you said that you wish you could take back? Well, a lot of things, probably. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who thinks that. By the way, I'm using the Angie Hot and Flashy brushes, and I can't get enough of these. I think they're amazing. But anyway, so something that I've said that I wish I could take back. I was actually talking to my friend Melissa about this like a couple of months ago. When I was in high school, this is gonna seem like so not that serious to anybody probably, because you know, I was in high school, I'm in my 20s now. So, but when I was a freshman, I was in the band, let's preface with that. I was in the band and I played the flute, and so this was my freshman year, so I didn't really have any, obviously, seniority, and I just kind of like did my thing on the field, whatever, in the band room. And so the drum major, which is the person who conducts like the band on the field, in case you didn't know that, she came up to me while talking to a fellow like flute player who we're gonna call Rachel. Her name was not Rachel. And she was like, isn't she so pretty? And I did think she was pretty. I thought that Rachel was pretty, but I don't know what I was thinking. And I was like, yeah, I mean, she is, but I think I'm pretty. And I was like, why would I say that? Like, First of all, I don't know where that confidence went, where I was just so confident in my beauty that I'm just like shouting it from the rooftops, because I don't do that anymore. Well, also, I think that would be weird if I did. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. I just sounded so cocky. It's like, I think I'm pretty. And it like haunts me. I was a freshman in high school. We'll get to my age, because that's one of the questions, but I'm in my mid-20s pretty much. And I was what, 15? Oh my gosh, that was like 10, 11 years ago, and it still haunts me. Like, I'm like, why would I say something like that? And I'm pretty sure after that, Rachel hated me, and I really can't blame her because I sounded like a complete butt face. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. And it haunts me so much. It haunts me. I can't even deal with it. I'm using the A502 brush from the Anchi Hot and Flashy brush set. It's one of my favorites. Actually, that entire brush set is like just a huge favorite. So the next question is, do I have a celebrity crush? And if yes, who is it? I mean, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people have celebrity crushes. Mine, I don't really want to say this, but I don't have just like one. And it's not even like, oh, I'm like so in love with these people. I either like their personality or their looks, or like both. I don't know how many I have. But I really like Bradley Cooper. I think he's yummy. I know he's quite a bit older than me, so remember, these are just crushes. Like, I'm not like, oh, I get with him. But yeah, I think I really like him when he like in A Star Is Born. I thought he was okay looking, but he's supposed to have that like unwashed look. And I like rugged looks, but not really unwashed. I don't like these shimmers in this palette. It doesn't even pay off very well with a finger, so I don't know if I would like this one. Okay, so this one is better, but this one over here, Public, kind of a dud, gotta be honest. Maybe my thing about Urban Decay shadows is that I think that they're just like okay quality for the price. Like, I think that you can find eyeshadows at the drugstore that are just as good, if not better. So this palette might be going back. So anyway, yeah, I like Bradley Cooper a little when he looks a little bit more washed. I like Ryan Gosling because it's Ryan Gosling. And I also like Ryan Reynolds. I mean, I say like, but I mean, I just think that they're attractive, and I think they've got good personalities. That's pretty much it. I think that's my final answer. Bradley Cooper, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I just think that these eyeshadows are okay. Like, I don't hate my eyeshadow look today. The shimmers in here are like, they blend right away, and the lightest one is just like non-existent. The next question is, how are you liking your new house? So if you didn't know, or if you're new, my husband and I just got a new house. It's our first house together, so we're so excited. We love it. It's perfect. It's so cute. I mean, obviously, I'm biased, but we did, purchase the house for a reason. It's not like we were like, oh, this is the only one we could find. It's perfect. It needed minimal work. It's the perfect size for us and like one kid, maybe two. And it's like in a great location. So we love it. It's so funny though, because both of us are still getting used to like the fact that we have a house. So sometimes we'll like be inside and feel like we're living in an apartment like we used to, and have like, that's the only thing we've lived in besides like when we lived with my mom for a little bit. And so we'll like feel like we're in an apartment, and then we'll go to leave and there's the garage and there's the neighborhood, and we're like, oh yeah, we live in a house. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Yeah, we love it though. It is so perfect. It really is. I am using the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. I love this. It's $6.99. It's just so nice. And I mean, I love it. I did it in a Foundation 5 series I started earlier this year. I'm gonna try to do that again soon. I just have to get 5 foundations to try. And I'm hoping that some new foundations will launch pretty soon so I can try some new foundations out. All right, so the next question is, how is your anxiety doing? I know you talked about it in your last Monocar Chats video. I did talk about it. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Monocar Chats is where I basically talk about certain things going on in my life or certain things I'm dealing with or certain things I want to share with you guys. And I do it in my car. And I do it in my car so I can have a cute name for a series like Monica Chats. Because my name is Monica, in case you didn't know that. It's okay. My anxiety is kind of hard to deal with sometimes. Like, I mentioned in that video that I dealt with some stuff in my life where it's been pretty easy to like develop anxiety. So like I do struggle with it constantly. Like it's not like today I'm not anxious and tomorrow I might be though, or yesterday I was. Like it's all the time. I wake up anxious and I just kind of have to deal with it because I have things I have to do. Like I have to do school, do stuff for YouTube. I have to socialize, be there for my husband if he's having stuff. So, I mean, I make it work, but I am in the process of trying to like get a therapist or a counselor to talk to about like my anxiety and what I can do about it. I did mention that I'd be open to medicine. I'd rather not take medicine because I have in the past and it like really alters my personality and makes me like not have one. So I have one hair that always ends up in my face, right at the top of my head. So yeah, I did say I would be open to it, and I am if they think that I really need it. You know, I need to do what's best for me, even if that means taking medicine. As you can see, this foundation is like a light medium, but it just evens out my skin tone. I'm gonna do another layer, at least on my cheeks. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, I have a really big problem comparing myself. I also talked about that in my video. Like I compare myself to other people success-wise, especially like when it comes to YouTube and school, where I feel like I should be already done with school. I feel like I should be farther along in my life. And I feel like I'm not doing as well on YouTube as other people are, which sucks because I do work hard at it. I do enjoy it. I do it because I enjoy it, which is why I haven't quit, because I have not made it nearly as far as I have wanted to at this point. So yeah, but I'm just managing my anxiety right now until I can find somebody to really help. And I think anxiety is something that I'm just gonna have to deal with for my life and just deal with it as it comes. Thomas helps me, he understands it. He has a little bit of like generalized anxiety. He gets it from his dad, who gets it from his mom. So it runs in the family. Like it's the kind of thing where they just like make up the worst scenarios in their head and they're like, oh, this is gonna happen, so we might as well prepare for it. And I'm like, we can't act like that, because the over anxious person in me is like, oh my gosh, what if that does happen? What are we gonna do? And so yeah, so we try to help each other out. I try to keep him more optimistic because he gets his pessimistic tendencies from his dad and grandmother, or he calls her Mimi. It's so cute. So we kind of help each other out. I have a lot of anxiety stemming from situations and just like certain times in my life that have really just kind of made it hard for me to be positive all the time. Like I'm an optimistic person more so than Thomas, but I do worry in a different sense. Like I'll worry about Bailey if she throws up, you know, and like she could have eaten something and she'll be fine, but I'll be like, oh my gosh, because like we had a dog die from a spaying, which is, it's not unheard of, but it's uncommon for a dog to die from a spaying. And I've talked about this, so I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. But because that dog died, I have been very, very like hypochondriac-like with my dogs. So like Mac is older, so if he's limping, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is wrong? And like it could be that his foot is asleep and he's fine and he'll walk on it in a second. And then Bailey threw up the other day, like I mentioned, and I was like, it happened actually at night, and I couldn't sleep very well for the rest of the night because I was so worried that something was wrong. So yeah, I'm just managing it right now. I've had a couple of anxiety attacks, but I haven't had a really, really bad one since, I want to say it was like around April or May. So I'm doing okay. I'm doing doing okay. I feel like I've been blending my face makeup for a while now. I do find that if I do something I enjoy, my anxiety kind of dissipates for a little bit. So a lot of times I'll watch some of my favorite YouTubers if I'm feeling particularly anxious, or I'll watch a show I really like, so that does help. Or I'll even like just put makeup on because that kind of relaxes me too. If I don't already have makeup on, of course. I do think this foundation is so pretty. I've been blending it forever. I don't know why. I feel like I just like being nitpicky today. So the next question is, what's your favorite movie to watch over and over again? I have actually a few. The first one though is probably While You Were Sleeping. It has Sandra Bullock in it. It's from I want to say the late 80s or the early 90s. She's so young, and it's just like, it's my all-time favorite rom-com romantic movie. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. I also really like to re-watch The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock. I really like Sandra Bullock. That's a really, really good movie, and it's based on a true story, in case you haven't seen it. And I like to watch Remember the Titans. That and The Notebook are the two most rewatched movies that Thomas and I watched together. He actually really likes The Notebook. He has a slight man crush on Ryan Gosling. By the way, Thomas's celebrity crush is none other than Margot Robbie, and he also thinks that Carrie Underwood is attractive. And you know what? I can't blame him. They're both attractive. Just doing a little spot concealing on any scars I have. In terms of like Christmas movies, I do rewatch Christmas movies. I really like Christmas with the Cranks. And wow, that concealer does a really good job spot concealing. It's the Catrice True Skin one. I also really like the foundation in this line. And that did such a good job spot concealing. It matches that foundation really nicely. I've never used that concealer to spot conceal before, so I was just taking a risk today. Another Christmas movie I watch every single year is Elf. And we also really like the Home Alone movies. And Thomas loves the like Christmas Vacation movies. I think they're funny, but he just thinks they're hilarious. I think that's like a guy compared to girl thing. Like, I think they're funny, but I'm like, I think the other ones are funnier. I also really like Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts. That's a great movie. All right, the next question is, what is my favorite TV show? So I was actually thinking about this, and obviously I like Friends. I've talked about this, my hand is so red. I don't know why, but I love Friends. It is definitely one of my all-time favorite shows, but I also really like, of course, Gilmore Girls. I also really like Frasier from the 90s. Everybody Loves Raymond, I really love. The Nanny. So there's a theme here. I really like 90s TV shows and like early 2000 TV shows, like Gilmore Girls. Yeah, so those are definitely my favorites. This brush is so good. It's the Andy Hot and Flashy one, and I am obsessed. I can't wait till we can purchase like these individually, because this is definitely one of the ones I'll be repurchasing individually. If I don't repurchase a whole nother like order of them, because I just like them. Next question is, what is my go-to coffee order? Some of these are light now. I feel like I didn't mix them up as much as I thought they were mixed up. I feel like they're not as mixed up like between serious and not serious as I thought they would be. So, oops. See if I can throw in a serious one after this. So my go-to coffee order, if I'm getting a specialty coffee, is a caramel macchiato. But I did mention that I like to also drink just black coffee, but it depends on where I get it. Like, we have a local coffee shop in Birmingham called O. Henry's, and their black coffee is fantastic. I don't like Starbucks black coffee. I think it is disgusting. I also am not the biggest fan of Starbucks. I've realized that their coffee is almost too sugary for me at times. Like, their caramel macchiato is just like a little bit too much. I really like O. Henry's caramel macchiato. It's just enough sweetness and just enough coffee flavor for me. Gosh, I forgot how blurring this powder is. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder, loose setting powder. It's not, it's just the L'Oreal Infallible loose setting powder. My bad, not Pro Matte. But Yeah, and then I also, of course, really like frappe kind of like drinks, like frappuccino kind of drinks. And O. Henry's, it's not sponsored, by the way. They blend all of their drinks on their menus, so I can get a frozen caramel macchiato if I want, and it's amazing. I, fun fact, don't like anything pumpkin. I feel like I've mentioned this on my channel before. I love fall. I am the typical white girl in every sense of loving fall and stuff, except I hate pumpkin stuff. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I don't like pumpkin pie. I actually like the smell of pumpkin, but do not like the taste of it. I know, I've already been given grief about that. I also don't like avocados, so if you want to dislike me for that as well, go ahead. Or if you want to be like, what is wrong with you? How could you not like avocados and pumpkin? Are you even a white girl? I am, I promise. I laughed too hard at myself. The next question is, do you have a full-time job or are you doing YouTube full-time? So I don't have a full-time job. I don't even have a job. I'm a full-time student. I am graduating actually this December. I'm graduating on December 13th, and that is Taylor Swift's birthday, so that is absolutely perfect. Just got a little bit longer to go. I am ready to graduate, but at the same time, I'm like, what do I do afterwards? Like, I know I have to find a job, but I'm like, I hope I find a job I enjoy. Although I don't think your job should be the only thing that fulfills you. You know, I know that a lot of people are like, oh, well, you need to find a job that makes you happy. Yes, find a job that makes you happy if you are able to. That is amazing. But also make sure that like you get your happiness from like your marriage or your relationship or just like your hobbies. I think that's really important. Your job should not be the only thing that fulfills you, in my opinion. This is the 1-star eyebrow pencil. 1-star, one size eyebrow pencil from Patrick Star, and it's really good. It's $19, so it's like a median price. But it's really good. Like, I would repurchase it. I do think that you can get great eyebrow pencils from the drugstore. My favorite one is the CoverGirl one, and it's very, very similar to this. This one and the CoverGirl one have the perfect tone for my eyebrows. A lot of blonde eyebrow products pull so yellow and warm, and I don't know anybody who has yellow eyebrows that are natural blondes. That's just my thought process there, my belief system, I guess. I don't know. But yes, so I do go to school, full-time student. I have a full-time internship to accompany that, or it's pretty much full-time. And that's so I can graduate. It's very important that I do this internship. It's for my senior seminar class, and it's basically my ticket out to graduate. I wish that I was doing YouTube full-time sometimes because I love it so much, but I just don't have time to do it all the time with also doing school. So, and the internship, which is like a part of school, but it's also separate, like I have to allot separate time for it. So I am unbelievably busy all the time. Like, it's not even like, oh, like I have a free day today, so I was able to film a YouTube video. Like, no, I just set time aside for this. And then after this, I have to do a bunch of schoolwork, do some stuff for the internship, and then I'm going to meet my mom at like the gym. It's like a community center, but it's like a gym, and we go walking and we like hang out and talk. So I allot time for everything. I have become a very, very like anal organized person, I guess. I mean, I've always been organized, but I have had no choice but to become so extremely organized. So I make sure I get everything done and so I can do stuff like film a YouTube video, so I can at least try to have one YouTube video up every week. It's actually harder than it seems because filming is only one part of the process. You have to edit it, you have to make a thumbnail, you have to write a description, make it a part of a playlist, promote it on social media. You also have to, and like I also have to, you know, do school and stuff like that. So I'm constantly busy. But what's important here is that my eyebrows look so good with that eyebrow pencil. So I love it. Next question is, what is a random pet peeve of yours? A random pet peeve. So this is like so not important in like the grand scheme of things, but it drives me crazy. Does anybody know, you know the phrase vice versa? I use that a lot. I hear people use it a lot. But you know what I hate is when people say vice versa. It's not vice versa. It's vice versa. But I don't correct people when they say things wrong. I'm not that person. I'm not like, it's actually vice versa. I'm very impressed with how my face looks right now. Just a little bit more powder on the top so my bronzer goes over it nicely. What's my favorite place to eat? So there's a restaurant in Alabama. It's only in Tuscaloosa and one location in Birmingham. It's called Taco Casa. It's like a higher end version of Taco Bell. When I say higher end, it's like, it's a fast food restaurant, but it's like they cook the food fresh every day. It doesn't come from like a hose or anything like that. I'm not hating on Taco Bell. I actually do eat Taco Bell, but Taco Casa is like worlds better than Taco Bell. In my opinion, and in Thomas's opinion, it's something that we bond on. He ate it a lot in college because he went to Alabama, which is, the University of Alabama is located in Tuscaloosa, and they have like 6 or 7 locations there. We only have one. I'm so jealous of the fact that people in Tuscaloosa can just go to one of the many locations that they have. This is the L'Oreal Lumi bronzer. It's my favorite bronzer for fall because it's so cool. Like fall and winter, it's not like super warm. So it's like a bronzer contour mix. And I love it so much. So I'm actually gonna try out a new blush today. We only have a couple more questions left. So I'm gonna try out this e.l.f. bite-sized blush palette. It's got like a cute little blush and then like, I guess a blush topper. I don't know. We're gonna use the Angie Hot and Flashy brush. This actually fits like perfectly. Perfect shape. I've heard good things about this blush palette or blush quad. I have another one in another shade too. And but this one is in, what is this in? It's in like Spiced Apple, I think. Or is that the other one? The other one might be Spiced Apple. I don't remember what this one is called. Because apparently I took off the name when I took off the packaging. It's actually really nice. I might have to go over it with my powder brush to just like blend it a little bit more. I always apply my blush up. Ooh, it's a little patchy right there. Maybe I just did that wrong. The next question is, do you feel accomplished? This one was hard for me. I really don't. I know that sounds like really odd, but I don't. I've always kind of been put down by other people, and it's kind of translated into me being so hard on myself that I have a hard time like believing in myself, especially when like my YouTube channel is not doing as well as I think it should be, or I would have expected it to be, I guess. And it's not to say that, oh, I worked, like, I'm so much better than everybody else on YouTube. I just think that I deserve maybe more views and subscribers, and it's something I really enjoy. So, and because everything I want to do requires attention from other people, like being a YouTuber and, you know, getting recognized in the job world after I graduate, it's hard to not want to be a people pleaser. Like, I want to be likable. I'm who I am on camera, but you know, like sometimes I think about, oh, I don't want to sound too sarcastic. I want people to like me. I don't want them to think I'm mean. And I do this in real life too. And so since I want to do things that involve the attention and approval of other people, it's very hard to not be a people pleaser, and it's also really hard to not compare myself to other people. I compare myself to other people's success all the time. One of the other questions, which I'll go ahead and answer now, is how old am I? I'm 24 for the next like 2 weeks, almost 1 week actually. And then I'm gonna be 25, and I'm holding on to 24 because I feel like I should be more accomplished at 25. It's not to say I'm old or anything. I just think, I'm using this Fenty Beauty quad, by the way. Quad duo, highlighter duo. It's really good. But yeah, I feel like I should, I feel like I should have graduated already. I feel like I should be better in YouTube. I feel like, I don't know why I just put highlighter in the middle of my forehead, but I'm just going with it. I feel like I should be farther along than I am. And I feel like 25 got here so fast. I remember just turning 20 and just turning 21, and I feel like I haven't gotten nearly as far as I wanted to. So no, I really don't feel accomplished right now. Maybe I will after I graduate and get a job. Maybe I'll feel a little bit more validated than I do now, as I don't have a degree. Not that I think you need to have a degree to feel validated. This is my personal standard for myself. Like, I've always wanted to get my degree. This is something that I want to do for myself. So if you don't have a degree, I don't think that you're not accomplished. I think a lot of people who don't have a degree are probably even more accomplished than people who do, or are more successful monetarily than people who do have a degree. You know, you don't need a degree to be successful, but I want a degree. I really do. It's just something I've always wanted. I don't feel unaccomplished. I just don't feel as accomplished as I want to feel. So I feel like I'm accomplished in that, you know, Thomas and I have a house, we're happy together, and I think I'm accomplished in that area, but I want to be more accomplished and more successful in the future, like professionally. So I would love to be more successful on YouTube. I feel like that would make me feel accomplished. I want to be successful in my career, whatever that may be. Maybe that'll, you know, and I'm not saying that I need to get validation from everything that I do. I have validation being with Thomas. He's very supportive, and my mom is very supportive, but I am so hard on myself, so having a little bit of give back from all the effort I put in would be nice. So I'm almost, does that make any sense? I don't even feel like I answered that question correctly, but it's kind of a hard question for me to answer. Does that make sense? It doesn't feel like a hard question. Like, it doesn't seem like it'd be a hard question to answer, but given my certain status, yes, it's kind of a hard question for me to answer. Gosh, it's like taking me forever to answer. And the last question is, who are the YouTubers you look forward to watching the most? So I was thinking about this, and there are 5. 3 of them are like really, they have a bigger following, and the other couple are, they have smaller followings like me. They actually have more views and subscribers than I do, but they're not as like big as the other 3 that I'm going to talk about. So one is Jessica Braun. I've talked about her so much. I love Jessica Braun so much. Every one of her videos just makes my day. Actually, I have like 4. Okay, so I have 4 big ones. Gosh. Pretty much everybody I'm subscribed to though are like my favorites. But I look forward to every single one of her videos. I watch every single one of her videos. Then there's Emily Noel. I really love her videos. They're just like, they're like old fashioned YouTube. I don't know what to say. Like, they're like YouTube like 10 years ago, and it's so refreshing to see that it's not like about every new launch. Like, she does new launches, but she's very makeup focused. She does a couple of like vloggy style videos, but she's very makeup focused. Jessica Braun is like both makeup and lifestyle, and I love both. I also really love Taylor Wynn. Taylor Wynn is, I've been subscribed to her. I didn't even realize I've been subscribed to her for like 7 years. I didn't even know that. Like, I've been subscribed to Jessica Braun since basically she started her channel, which was like in 2013. But I didn't know that I was subscribed to Taylor Wynn for so long. Like, I realized it the other day when she brought up something about her Accutane journey, and it was like 6 years ago, and I had been following her for like, no, it's almost 8 years now that I've been watching her. Like, what the heck? So I've been watching her forever. I love every single one of her videos. She's kind of like the no filter one out of all of them. Like, she has a filter, but she doesn't at the same time. So I really like her. I also really love Angie from Hot and Flashy. Obviously I used her brushes today, but she's got such an interesting perspective because she's older than me, and I love listening to her tips and tricks for like younger people. And I really love every single one of her videos. She's even been like delving more into like vlog videos, and they're so interesting. And her condo or her house or whatever she just moved into is beautiful. She designed everything in there and made it more her own. It's very neutral, very pretty, very like comfortable. So yeah, I love all of her videos. And the 2 that I watch that are smaller that I really enjoy their uploads are Daisita, MUA, Daisy. I'll link both of these people's YouTubes below. I also really like Tess Mark. She's older than me too. I don't think she's as old as Angie is. It doesn't really matter. I just like I like these people's content. Tess is just like a breath of fresh air. She's really fun to watch. I actually collabed with her once, and we're actually discussing doing another collab soon, so I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I really love all of those YouTubers' uploads. I look every single time I see it, I'm like, yes, that was like a weird dance. I don't like, yes. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw on some lipstick real quick so I look a little bit more presentable, and maybe take my hair down or do something with this. And we'll close out this video. So this is the final look. It's super interesting, isn't it? It's nothing like anything I've ever done before. So I hope you guys liked this video. I still have to finish my coffee. I didn't drink that much. It's kind of hard to talk, get ready, and drink coffee but I'm trying to do the aesthetic, you know, I've got to get better about drinking coffee. So, yeah. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. I did ask on Instagram if you would want to see like a lot of coffee chat videos, like maybe once a month. So if that's the case, please let me know in the comments. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, I forgot to say, hit the notification bell down below and please subscribe if you're not already. I do lots of makeup, lifestyle videos. So yeah, but anyway, now I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.